Welcome back to Exception. I'm Naira, and this is your market update for the week of July 27th through July 31st. This week is all about one thing, FOMC. And because of that, this is not a week to get married to early price action. It is a week to let the market show its hand. Starting with NQ. NQ is still the weaker of the two indexes right now. It bounced from the 28,392 X-CEPTION level and the nearby Naira support area, but it is still fighting underneath broken structure. That makes this bounce important, but not convincing yet. The first level buyers really need to reclaim is 28,500. If NQ can stabilize above that and start holding it, then the next major repair shelf comes in near 28,954. Above there, the bigger overhead structure starts stacking up fast. You have resistance sitting near 29,482, then 29,789, then 29,998, and eventually the 30,152 X-CEPTION level above that. So for NQ, the read is clean. This market is trying to bounce, but it still has a lot of damage overhead. If buyers cannot hold this bounce, then the market can roll right back into 28,392 and potentially deeper support underneath. Now let's move to ES. ES is the stronger chart right now. It has a better reclaim look than NQ, and it is already pressing back toward that broken former support shelf around 7,460. That gives ES the cleaner structure heading into the week. The first major overhead level to watch is 7,540. If buyers can stay firm and keep acceptance above reclaim structure, then the next major area is 7,594. Above that, you start leaning into the upper resistance zone and eventually the all-time high area. So ES definitely has the better tone right now. But let's not get sloppy with that. A stronger chart does not mean a safer chart in FOMC week. If ES loses the reclaim and falls back under current structure, then the first downside area to watch is 7,428. If that breaks, then 7,320 comes back into play underneath. So when you put NQ and ES together, the message is straightforward. ES looks stronger, NQ looks weaker. But both markets are still trapped inside an event-driven week, where Wednesday and Thursday can completely reprice the tape. Now let's tie that into the economic calendar. Monday is relatively light, with core durable goods and durable goods orders in the morning. Tuesday starts building context with consumer confidence as the main read to watch. But let's be honest, Tuesday is not the real fight. Wednesday is the real fight. That is your FOMC day. We get the federal funds rate decision, the FOMC statement, and then the press conference. That is the event that can completely shift expectations, positioning, and volatility. Then Thursday keeps the pressure on. We get advanced GDP, Core PCE, GDP price index, and unemployment claims. So even after the Fed, the market does not get to relax. It immediately has to digest growth, inflation, and labor data all over again. Friday closes the week with employment cost index, Chicago PMI, and the University of Michigan sentiment and inflation expectations numbers. So this is a heavy week, not because every day matters equally, but because Wednesday and Thursday matter enough to distort everything around them. That is why the execution plan needs to stay clean. Do not assume Monday or Tuesday movement survives FOMC. Do not confuse a bounce with full repair. And do not ignore the fact that NQ is still weaker than ES unless it starts reclaiming structure fast. So here is the focus. For ES, watch whether buyers can hold reclaim structure and keep pressing towards 7,540 and 7,594. For NQ, watch whether buyers can reclaim 28,500 and then start working back toward 28,954. If those repairs start holding, then continuation has room. If not, this turns back into another failed bounce. That is the whole game this week. Not prediction, reaction. Let the market show whether the bounce is becoming real repair or whether it was just a temporary response before the next wave of pressure. Let FOMC speak. Let the levels react, then take the side that actually proves itself. Execute the edge.